Imagine losing your beloved spouse to a devastating illness, making a life-altering decision amidst the chaos, and later realizing it might have been a mistake. This is the reality for one man who, in a moment of grief and confusion, transferred a significant portion of his home's equity to his children. Now he's facing a moral and practical dilemma: how to take back $400,000 from his kids. This story delves into the heart-wrenching journey of balancing legacy, responsibility, and the lessons we pass on to our children. Stay tuned as we unravel this complex and emotionally charged situation. The question posed by a distressed father is simple yet profound. How do I take back $400,000 from my kids? This isn't just about money. It's about values, responsibility, and honoring the memory of a lost loved one. The man, let's call him John, is navigating the treacherous waters of financial decisions made during a period of immense personal turmoil. His wife, a wonderful Christian woman, passed away a year and a half ago from ovarian cancer. In her final days, she expressed a desire to leave a legacy for their children, prompting John to make a significant financial decision that he now regrets. During his wife's illness, John and his wife decided to include their children in the ownership of their home. They went to a title lawyer and added their kids to the quitclaim deed, giving them each 25% of the home's equity. At the time, John wasn't in the right frame of mind, overwhelmed by his wife's condition and the emotional toll it took on him. Their home in Findlay, Ohio, is fully paid off and worth between $750,000 and $800,000. This decision, made under duress, now haunts him as he prepares to remarry and move forward with his life. John's new fiancée, a wonderful woman from Dallas, Texas, has brought new hope and happiness into his life. They are in a long-distance relationship, and John is considering selling his home to start a new life together in Atlanta. However, selling the house means his children, who are still very young, his daughter is 18 and a senior in high school, and his son is 21 and living in Orlando, will receive a windfall of $175,000 to $200,000 each. John is deeply concerned that this substantial amount of money at such a young age could teach them the wrong lessons and potentially harm their future. Now John is at a crossroads. He is grappling with the principles of keeping his promise to his late wife and the practical implications of giving such a large sum to his young children. He wonders if it would be unethical to ask his children to relinquish their share of the equity before selling the house, and if doing so would tarnish his integrity or the memory of his wife's wishes. John finds himself at a moral crossroads, grappling with the weight of his late wife's dying wish and the practical implications of his children inheriting a significant sum of money at a young age. From an ethical standpoint, he understands the importance of empathy and putting himself in his children's shoes. They were led to believe that this transfer of wealth was their mother's dying wish, a gesture meant to secure their futures. Asking them to give up their share of the equity could strain their relationship with John and make them feel betrayed, as if their father is reneging on a promise made in their mother's memory. However, John's intentions are far from selfish. He genuinely believes that receiving such a substantial amount of money at a young age could burden rather than benefit his children. In his quest for guidance, John seeks advice on how best to navigate this delicate situation. He receives counsel to take proactive measures to protect both his and his children's interests. Firstly, he is advised to draft a will and a prenuptial agreement to safeguard the children's inheritance in the event of unforeseen circumstances. This legal preparation offers a semblance of assurance that their future is secure, regardless of any alterations made to the immediate distribution of the home's equity. Moreover, John is encouraged to engage in an open and transparent dialogue with his children. He should candidly express his concerns about the potential negative impacts of them receiving such a large sum of money at their young age. John could propose an alternative solution. They return their share of the equity now, with the promise that they will inherit a larger portion of his estate in the future, protected by the will and prenup. This approach not only demonstrates John's commitment to his children's long-term well-being, but also ensures that their future financial security is not jeopardized by a premature windfall. Nevertheless, John must acknowledge the possibility that his children may be unwilling to acquiesce to his proposal. Bound by the memory of their mother's wishes and the promise they believe was made to them, they may adamantly refuse to relinquish their share of the equity. In such a scenario, John understands that he cannot compel them to sign the quitclaim deed. Instead, he must focus on guiding them to make wise decisions with the money they receive, imparting lessons of financial responsibility and prudence. It's important to acknowledge the emotional and relational complexities of this situation. John must weigh the potential damage to his relationship with his children against the financial and ethical implications of his decision. The children are already aware of their mother's wishes, and changing course now could be seen as breaking a promise made in her memory. This could lead to feelings of betrayal and resentment, which could have long-lasting effects on their relationship. The advisor suggests that John approach his children with humility and honesty. He should express his love and concern for their well-being, making it clear that his intentions are to protect them from potential harm. He should explain that he believes receiving such a large sum at a young age could lead to poor financial decisions, and that he wants to help them navigate their futures responsibly. John can also offer to help his children manage the money wisely if they do decide to keep it. He can guide them in making sound investments, saving for the future, and understanding the importance of financial responsibility. This approach shows that John is not trying to take something away from them, but is instead trying to equip them with the knowledge and skills they need to handle their inheritance wisely. Ultimately, John faces a tough decision with no easy answers. The best course of action will depend on his children's willingness to understand his perspective and their readiness to make mature financial decisions. Whether or not they agree to return the equity, John can still honor his wife's memory by ensuring that her legacy supports their long-term well-being and financial stability. In conclusion, John's predicament is a powerful example of the complexities that arise when dealing with financial decisions made during emotional turmoil. It highlights the importance of clear communication, ethical considerations, and the impact of financial decisions on family relationships. By approaching the situation with honesty and a focus on his children's best interests, John can navigate this difficult path and ensure that his wife's legacy truly benefits their future. If you found this story compelling, please like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Have you faced similar financial dilemmas? How did you handle them? We'd love to hear your stories. Stay tuned for more insightful content on navigating life's toughest challenges.